Okay, we're continuing with 142 to 147. Sic ait, et dicto citius tumidae quora placat, collectasque fugat nubes solemque reducit. Cumatoe simul et triton ad nixus acuto, detrudum naves scopulo, levat ipse tridenti. Et vastas aperet surtes, et temperat aequor, atque rotissumas levibus per labitur undas. So he speaks. Ait is a verb of saying. Ait, also use fatur sometimes, dicit. So he speaks, and this is Neptune. And now this little phrase right here, dicto citius. This is a comparative adverb. This says more quickly, and then with this ablative dicto, I think it's a comparative ablative. More quickly than he has spoken. Okay? More quickly than he has spoken. That's how I would do that. You got to add in the word than in there to make it make sense. And more quickly than spoken. In other words, very quickly. He placat, he soothes the swollen seas. This is plural here. We know there's just one sea, but it's poetic. Okay, and he placat. So one more time. So he speaks, and more quickly than this is spoken, he soothes the swollen seas. And he fugat, and he puts to flight. Little clarification on fugat. Fugat is put to flight. You're making someone flee. Whereas fugit is when you're the one fleeing. Okay, fugit flees, fugat puts to flight. He puts to flight, this is Neptune, the collectas nubes, the collected clouds. And reducit, and he re-leads out, he leads back the sun object. So one more time. So he speaks, and more quickly than this is spoken, he soothes the swollen seas and puts to flight the collected clouds and leads back the sun. All right, putting everything back in order here, right? Cimothoe simul et triton ad nixus acuto detrudum naves scopulo. At the same time, he's going to get some help here. Cimothoe and Triton leaning on a acuto scopulo, on a sharp crag. So you got the subject, Cimothoe, and Triton, who are helping him. And Triton, this goes with the Triton, it modifies him, leaning. And then ablative, how is he leaning? He's leaning on or by a acuto scopulo, a sharp rock. They together detrudunt, they dislodge boats, naves. These are Aeneas's boats, right? He himself, ipse, that's Neptune, he himself, the master. Remember we talked about ipse being the one who's the leader, so in this case Neptune. He himself, lewat, lifts with his trident, ablative, lifts with his trident. It's like I stem. And he opens, apparet, the vastas surtes, the vast shoals, and he temperat, and he soothes the sea, aequora, and atque, and he perlabitur, he glides, he slips, with his rotis levibus. This we got to use as an ablative right here. With his rotis levibus, with his light wheels. Sumas undas, the tops of the waves. This is his chariot, is what this means. His chariot. Okay, it doesn't say chariot, but wheels imply chariot. So I guess you could call that metonymy. There's a part for a whole here. The wheels signify the chariot. So one more time. He himself lifts with his trident and opens the vast shoals and tempers the sea and glides with his light wheels on the tops of the waves. And here you got nice ablative interlocking with this. We call that interlocking order, or synchesis, that figure of speech right there. Interlocking order, or synchesis. Hopefully I'm spelling it right. Synchesis. Okay, we'll move on to the next line.